You guys through how I go about making a pattern, and this is kind of making a little more complex pattern using multiple drawings and multiple colors to make something really visually interesting. So what I've done is I have uploaded this image here. Now this was just a painting I did, just black paint on white paper, okay? And I just did some kind of abstract-ish brush strokes. I scanned this using the TinyScan app, and so now it's black and white, okay? So now we can work with this. So once you scan a drawing or a painting or whatever and upload it into Photoshop, now we need to isolate the drawing. And we've talked about this before, but I'm going to walk you through all this again, okay? So first what I want to do is I want to clean some of this up. So I'm going to make a copy of this background. I'm going to press Command J. And I'm going to go in with my eraser tool, and I'm going to turn the background, the visual of the background off. And I'm going to erase out some of this just crap that doesn't look good, okay? The edges, let's see, I'm going to do all the edges just to be sure I don't get any of that black in there. Okay, erase this out here. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now sometimes you have to get in here a little bit more, but for our purposes this looks good. So I'm going to come over to my layers, I'm going to make a new layer, and I'm going to fill that layer with white. Now you see I was working earlier with this blue and orange. I'm going to press D for default colors, and then I'm going to press X, which swaps the colors. Now I'm going to go to my paint bucket tool, and I'm going to fill that layer, okay? So now I want to merge those two together, okay? And you'll see why in a second, but just trust me on this. I'm going to go to Layer and Merge Visible. Okay. So now what I've done basically is I've taken the drawing that I uploaded it and cleaned it up, got rid of all the schmutz on the side, okay? Now I have a much cleaner drawing. Okay, so now I'm going to go to Select, Color Range, and it gives you a bunch of options here. I'm going to press Highlights and press OK. Now what that has done is it's selected all of the white, which is what we want to get rid of. So I'm going to press Delete. Okay, so now I'm left with just the black. So let's say maybe you want to keep it black, that's totally fine. Maybe you want to change it to a different color, okay? I want to change it to a different color. So I'm going to go to Select, and I'm going to select Inverse. Because remember, we just deleted out all the white. That's what was selected. So if I select the inverse, it's going to select all the black. So now I'm going to go, and I'm going to choose a color. I'm going to do like a dark blue. Press OK. And I'm going to press Command Delete. Okay, so you see nothing happened. My computer, and yours may do this too, it's probably something in the settings. Honestly, it doesn't bother me enough to go in and fix it. When I press Command Delete, which is fill, it goes to the background color, okay? I don't know why it does this, but it's very simple to fix. I'm going to press X, which swaps my colors. And now I'm going to try again, Command Delete, and now it's blue. Again, yours may not do that. Mine does that every single time. So I'm going to go to Select and Deselect. So now I have this kind of cool abstract drawing isolated here that I'm going to work with and make a pattern out of. Now, I've done another one as well. Here, let me deselect that. This is another image that I uploaded, and I did the same thing, okay? So now I have this image and this image. I'm not going to walk you through how to take the background out again, but I wanted to have multiple things to work with. So I have this kind of abstract leaf, these kind of flowers, and I decided on this orange color, and then I have all these kind of abstracted leaf images as well. So now let's make a pattern. I'm going to go to File, new. And I'm going to make, I like to work in inches. It's just easier for me to kind of wrap my head around. 7 by 7, yeah, that's fine. 300. Create. Okay. First things first, I'm going to make a new layer. And let's choose a background color. I'm going to go with, and this can always be changed later on, but I'm going to go with kind of a seafoamy green. Okay? And using my paint bucket tool, I'm going to fill that layer. So now I want to add my drawings in. Okay? So I'm going to come over here to, let's start with this one. Click on my move tool. I'm going to click it and drag it up and place it down into my new drawing that I'm working on. Now obviously this is too big, okay? So let's go to Edit, Transform, Scale, size this down. Okay, that looks good. Press the Move tool. All right. Let's get my other one over here. So let's go over here to this blue drawing. Again, I'm on the Move tool. Click, drag up to the drawing I'm working on, let go. Okay? So obviously this is also too big. So I'm going to go to Edit, Transform, Scale, kind of get that a good size for this image. Okay, that looks good. So I kind of want to do something kind of abstract, kind of weird. So I'm just going to play around here, and I'm just going to walk you through my thought process. So let's see. I'm clicked on the blue drawing, and I'm going to press Command J. So I'm going to move that over here, or maybe down here. And I'm going to bump the opacity down. Okay? I'm going to do another copy of that, Command J. Move that over here. I'm just kind of building up texture, okay? Let's do one more, Command J. And move that kind of over here. All right, now that's starting to look kind of cool. Let's go to the orange. Press Command J. I'm going to click and drag that over down here. And I'm going to do the same thing, kind of bump the opacity down. Command J. I'm just kind of building up like something that's kind of got some texture, is kind of interesting to look at. And maybe we want to flip this one. Let's go to Edit, Transform, Rotate. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay. I can kind of move that around. Okay, so I've got some kind of nice texture going on here, something kind of interesting. If I wanted to bump this up, maybe I could go in, let's see. I'm going to click it, see where that layer is. Where is that? Oh, that's here. Okay, so I'm going to come underneath, create a new layer, and now I'm going to draw underneath this. Yes, we know how. So I'm going to pick another kind of orangey color. Let's see, I'm gonna make my brush a little bit bigger, and using my bracket key I can do that. Okay, so the right one makes it bigger, the left one makes it smaller. So I'm just gonna kind of draw something underneath here just to kind of bump one of these up. Okay, so we've got something kind of interesting going on here. And now what I want to do is I want to add some stripes in the background, okay? I'm really trying to make something very busy, kind of abstract looking. So again, I'm going to go to my layer and go create new. I'm going to pick a new color. I'm going to go back to those blues. Yeah, that's cool. Okay. And using my shape tool, I'm going to just make some stripes. Now, this came up. I need to go in and change this. So I have it here that there's no fill. Click. Okay. So this, now it's telling me that it will fill it. Okay. Ooh, look at the way that orange pops on that color. That looks great. All right, make another one. And these are just kind of random. Maybe we could do like a slightly different color. Let's see. Maybe we'll do like a, yeah, okay. And we'll do a thin one. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Yeah. Ooh, I like that. I kind of want that to be, I want another one of those. I'm going to press Command J. Yeah, perfect. Okay. So I've got this weird little funky drawing going on here. I'm happy with it. I think it looks cool, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Layer and I'm going to flatten this image. Okay, so that gets rid of all of my layers. So I'm going to go to Edit and define pattern. Pattern 3, that's fine for now. Press OK. So let's use it and see what it looks like. I'm going to go to File, New, and I'm going to do 18 by 24, 300, Create. Okay, so I wanted to use a bigger image size so that I can kind of see what I'm working with. Let's go to Layer, New Fill Layer, Pattern. Press OK. And now we see the pattern that I was just working with. So let's scale it up a little bit so we can look at it. Not too much. Oh. Okay, so this looks pretty cool, right? But you see we do have some issues in here, okay? This isn't quite seamless, so we need to offset it and fix it. So let's go back to 100%. Let's 100. Whoa, nope. Okay. So like, okay, if you were feeling lazy, maybe you could stick with this, but we're not feeling lazy. We want this to be really good. So I'm gonna press OK. So let's go back to, oh, nope. Let's go back to this. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to offset it. So let's go to Image, and let's see how big it is. Image size. All right, we need to look at this in pixels. Okay. It's 2100 pixels. So what I need to do is offset that by half, which is, I've already done the math, 1050, okay? Now yours will be different, okay? It's what we're doing is we're splitting it in half width-wise and height-wise, okay? So it's 2100, so we're gonna split it to 1050. All right. So let's go to Filter. I'm going to go to Other and go down to Offset. Now, mine defaulted to 1050. Yours probably will not, okay? So just notice that sometimes it'll split it in half, sometimes it won't, okay? I think the image I was working with last time was the same size, so it just kind of did it automatically. So, press OK.